We've learned that it's very difficult to make a servo completely waterproof. I mean completely waterproof to where if it gets fully submerged underwater, it doesn't get any infiltration. Because of that, we've experimented with a lot of different things, and we've come up with a technique that works really well. All you need is dielectric grease, similar to what we have here from CRC, a screwdriver, or a 1.5 millimeter, and a servo. First, I'll remove the screws from this base plate. I'm using the casing of the servo packaging as a parts tray. Okay, now that I've got the screws removed and they're in that tray, I'm going to remove the base plate. When I remove the base plate, here's this rubber gasket. We're going to put this off to the side and I'll show you how I replace that because it's kind of tricky. Inside this servo, you see we've got our circuit board. Ours has a natural coating over it to make it waterproof, but we're going to go a step further. I've actually pulled this board out. And see all this inside? We're going to completely fill it with dielectric. Now I've completely filled that basin with dielectric. I've even put a little here, so when I put my board back in, it'll have some. I might put a little bit more right here. Now, I put the board back in place. I see a little bit of excess came up, and that's good. That just shows that we've completely saturated everything. Now for the base plate. I want the base plate to be completely filled. So I'm gonna put some dielectric grease in the base plate. Okay, now I've got this base plate filled up like a basin. I want it to completely cover that board. Again, like I said, the board's already coated, but I'd like it to saturate the bottom of the motor. The reason this is possible is because with our servo motors, grease isn't going to stop it, and moisture isn't going to stop the motor, and it barely infiltrates it anyway. Okay, as I've carefully set the base plate on, you can see I've got some excess trying to ooze out if I squeeze it all the way down. I'm going to leave that much of a gap for now, and I'll replace the screws in to show you what the next step is. Okay, now with the screws in, but the gap still present, I'm going to replace this gasket to make sure to get the right orientation around that plug extension boot. Now this servo is one of a series of servos we're doing for Duke University. They're building a research vessel that's going to go 30 meters underwater. So I'm going to pack the gear case as well. First thing I'm going to do is, just like the base plate, I'm going to unscrew these 4 screws. Now remember, the techniques that I'm showing you, they're not things I'm experimenting with. They're not things I'm learning all along the way. These are things that I've proven for decades. 30 years experience with RC boats in particular. We really hope Duke University has a great success with their project. And if you want to see more of these tips for free, of highly experienced model boating expert tips, subscribe to our channel, smash that like button, and remember to continue enjoying radio-controlled model boating. Bill Oxteen, over and out.